your special elections, as well as decisions affecting New Jersey schools. We also received the official certification results of the general election that we're reading. We had a total of 14,569 votes cast. Mrs. Altarski received 2,882 votes. Mrs. Rinaldi received 4,069 votes. Ms. Kelly received 4,082 votes. Ms. Wisham received 3,445 votes, and there were 91 write-in totals. On the January board meeting, I will be doing the reorganization for the 3 members that were elected into office, which are Mrs. Rinaldi, Mrs. Kelly, and Mrs. Wisham. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mrs. Montgomery.
I move approval of the minutes from the November 25th executive and regular meeting.
Second. Moved by Mrs. Gamrican and seconded by Mrs. Rubin. Those who need to abstain.
I need to abstain. Me too.
All in favor? Aye. Dr. Goldberg.
Good evening. It's so nice to see the audience tonight, and I'm not doing a big pull down long presentation. And in fact, tonight's superintendent report is almost entirely celebration. So I know you guys are waiting, but since you're here, I thought we'd share just some really good news so that you're here to celebrate with us. So first I wanted to share, and actually I said that and then I'm looking at Sophie down there because before me comes our amazing student report. So I'm going to actually stop with my good news and give it to Miss Sophie. For all of you who are not yet in high school or you're in elementary school, Miss Sophie Tiger is a senior in high school at Jonathan Dayton High School, and she is our student representative to the board. And so she gives us at every board meeting an updated presentation about all the incredible things happening at Jonathan Dayton High School and around the district. So Ms. Tiger, can you please give us your student representative report?
I would love to. Hi everyone. Happy December. It's only 8 days till winter break. Anyway, since our last meeting was just 2 weeks ago, JDHS has been buzzing with excitement, events, and there's still more to come. Let's dive in, everybody. So first we have our student month. Congratulations to Jillian Mann. And now let's dive into what the peer leadership has been doing. We had an amazing career development activity with the sophomores, and a huge shout out to Jules Keller for leading that. And now we're leading a fun study skills activity for the freshmen, and our leader for that is Nana Mohammed. This helps the freshmen get the tools they need to develop study habits, and this will be assisted by an ambiance quiz to help them find the right study environment and talk to them about the different ways of learning. But before I continue this report, I would like to give a big congratulations to Ms. Saladino for winning Governor Educator of the Year. If you don't know Ms. Saladino, she is an amazing teacher and she is in charge of the peer leadership program here at Jonathan Dayton. She is one of the most kindest teachers ever, and I'm so lucky to have her as one of my teachers this year and for the last few years. Now, as we get the heroes and cool kids, we had an amazing trip to the middle school this past week to talk to the 6th graders that are considered our cool kids. We talked to them about resilience and social media, and it wasn't just all of us just talking at them. We had some brain breaks with them, and we just were there just as like if they needed anything, we would talk to them. Just with student council, we have a pep rally this Friday, so if you don't play a winter sport, don't forget to wear orange and blue on Friday. And next week's Spirit Week is coming up, so our student council will be having a meeting on Thursday to discuss the themes, but here are some contenders: Flannel Day, Holiday Movie, Character Day, and Ugly Sweater Day. And coming in place of Eve of Hearts, the student council has decided to create a new event. Due to the rise in popularity of the sport, we were thinking about doing an all-star pickleball tournament. We are still working on the final details, but it would take place on the day of Eve of Hearts. Now back to our freshmen. December 12th, they will be having a bake sale in room 226. December 18th, they will be having a dinner fundraiser. And when you go to Panera, just show the code in the flyer, and the freshman class is the class of 2028 will get a percentage of what you buy. So this helps start the prom effort for them, even though they're freshmen, the prom effort still starts because it's a gradual thing. January 13th through 17th, they will be doing burr baskets with candy and little treats. Now the sophomores are still on the prom fund, and they will be having bagel stick sales, and they are going to be announcing quarter zip sales. The juniors, their snack race ends later this week, and their main focus is on the prom to help the seniors, and also us seniors, we are still on the prom for the juniors. So here are some clubs. They had a wonderful winter party, and a huge shout out to everyone who brought items and contributed. Quiz Bowl has a competition on December 14th at Ridgewood High School. Good luck. Volunteer Club is hosting a stuffed animal drive, and if you bring in stuffed animals, they will give you hours, and they are due Friday, December 13th. They are also doing a food drive, and donations are also due on the 13th. And for both drives, if you want to donate anything, please bring them to the office. If your child is not in Dayton, and just say that they're here for the food drive, and the office will make sure to bring them to the right location. Jargon, they have their Candy Grant fundraisers coming up soon, so if your child is in high school, tell them to be on the lookout. Environmental Club has a brief meeting on Wednesday, December 11th, and GSA is having a meeting December 13th. FBLA is running a toy drive, so once again, if you want to donate, please bring them to the office if you are not part of the Johnson Dayton community. Mock trial is still continuing to work on their case, and they have an attorney actually present at every single practice to make sure they are doing the best they possibly could. Modeling When has a conference in February that is taking place at Boston University. Volunteer Club is also running a coach drive soon. The Yearbook Club also for senior ads, they are due December 15th, and that is a firm deadline, which Sean Cook does not play with deadlines. The Italian Club today went on their Chalkies field trip today, and they explored different types of Italian food, like penny vodka, chicken parm, as well as authentic Italian cookies while learning a bit of Italian language along the way. Now for sports. Congrats to our student athlete, Neil Dillard. To celebrate her, Outback and Springfield will be donating 15% of takeout and dine into the PTSO, and this will be on Tuesday, December 17th. Winter sports are now in full effect. The home opener for girls basketball is December 21st versus Fulton Old. Boys basketball is the 19th against Rutgers Prep at 7 p.m. and track is December 20th. This is called the Coach Invitational in Staten Island, and this is what's been going on in Dayton.
Thank you. There we go. All right. I willed the green light. Thank you so much, Ms. Tiger, for joining us and for giving us an update on all that's happening in our schools. Once again, it's always a delight to hear about the incredible balance of academic activities, community-oriented activities, and learning, in addition to some of the highlights about our athletics. While our winter sports are just getting started, it means that this is the time of year where we're getting to hear about all of the celebrations of our fall athletes. And so for just a second, I'm gonna ask you we're gonna do a big applause after I finish reading this, but here's our students who were honored across the state or at the conference level. And I'm gonna start by sport and share really exciting news. So in girls volleyball, first team all conference, Emil Dillard. Honorable mention were Sari Ruskin and Jocelyn Peralta. Girls soccer, our state award nominees, Penelope Krieger, Aria Molinelli, Ava Wexstein. First team all conference, Penelope Krieger, Isabella Pintado, Ava Wexstein. Second team all conference, Aria Molinelli, Taylor Trippett, In conference honorable mention, Leah Perez, Samantha Wright, Tori Turner, and Maya Smith. In boys soccer, all conference first team, Antonio Mocha, Alexander Casas, Justin Rodriguez. Conference honorable mention, Jacob Chimantes, my apologies if I have messed up these names too terribly, Giancarlo Matute, Ryan Pinho. Union County honorable mention, Antonio Mocha, Alexander Casas, and Justin Rodriguez. In football, first team all conference, John DeSarno, Chiadigo Ihirabing, Adrian Burknoff. Second team all conference, James Walker and Jordan Gonzalez. First team all county, Chidiago Ihirabim, James Walker. Second team all county, John DeSarno, Adrian Burnkoff. Girls cross country, all conference first team, Tallulah Whelan, Michaela Milos. All conference honorable mention, Sarah Pereira and Lucy Sue. Boys cross country, all group first team, Matthew Ware. All group 1 second team, Elliot Rains. All county first team, Matthew Ware. All county third team, Elliot Rains. All conference first team, Matthew Ware, Elliot Rains, and Madden Ho. And all conference honorable mention, Aiden Lafazan, Aiden Nguyen, Chiadozi Iwa, Michael Saracino. And in girls tennis, we have all conference honorable mention, Christina Morera. So huge congratulations to all of these students. The next, did it go out halfway through? No. And, all right, hold your applause. Ms. Tiger briefly mentioned this, but I want all of you to help us celebrate our Governor's Educators of the Year. So we'll start at Walton with Miss Marissa Jones, Teacher of the Year. At San Meyer, we have Miss Leetta Palumbo as Teacher of the Year, and Miss Carol Halawa as Educational Service Professional of the Year. At Caldwell, we have Diana Costa as the Teacher of the Year and Adriana Oliveira as the Educational Service Professional of the Year. At Jonathan Dayton High School, we have Miss Tracy Saladino as Teacher of the Year and Miss Patricia Bougele as the Educational Service Professional of the Year. At FMG, we have Miss Jill Friedman as the Teacher of the Year and Miss Jen Scuderi as the Educational Service Professional of the Year. Can you guys join me in giving a big round of applause to these amazing? So we get the opportunity to announce these awards in December, but our teachers go on and put in applications to then be honored later on. We will continue to honor them throughout the school year. They join all of the Governor's Educators of the Year in May at a big celebration that we do, honoring them. And then again, we invite them to the board meeting in June. And so if you decide you want to come back and help cheer them on, we'd love to see you at the board meeting where we give them their award for their incredible work. I'd also like to say one of the amazing things about these awards is that they are awarded based on nominations from the community, from parents, and from other staff. And it's incredible, all of them, the impact that they make, and we are deeply grateful for them, and we're excited to honor them this school year. The last piece of honoring I'm going to do before we start with the artwork, and I'm thankful that you're all here to hear this, is that tonight we have 3 board members that will no longer be joining us. Unfortunately, Miss Yelena Zolotarsky couldn't be here this evening, and we really wish her the best, and we're grateful for her 3 years of service. We also have 2 of our longest serving board members, Mr. Hector Munoz and Ms. Paula Saha. I'm gonna start with Paula, and then I'm gonna move over to Hector, and I'm gonna invite anybody else that would just like to take a second to celebrate. So, what?
Don't make me cry.
Okay, I'll try not to. Ms. Saha. I joined the board in 2020. When was your first year of service? 2018? 2019. So you had been a board member for a year. So Ms. Saha had been a board member for 1 year, and I had joined in when we had COVID, right? And then we had a hurricane, and we've had a few other things. Through this incredible period of time, Ms. Saha has brought her incredible knowledge from her lifetime of work, whether it's in journalism, with the Bar Association, with the civil rights groups, really helping think about the impact that the work that we do has. And when I say that, I think of the enormous amount of policy that we've updated in the last few years. I think about the work that we've done, whether it is bringing in ACLU with the No Place for Hate initiatives, whether it is working with the Bar Association to bring in knowledge and understanding about our whole community, and whether it is also just being a thought partner. I'm a better leader for having worked with you. And I am deeply grateful for that work. I know you're never going to be far away, and you're going to continue to help us from the parent perspective. But I'm deeply grateful for the work that you've done, and it will have a lasting impact. Thank you. All right. So when I came here, I didn't know that one of the first people I would get to meet was somebody that I had already worked with on some level. And so when I had left Elizabeth many, many years ago, and when I got here, I was like, man, you look really familiar. And he's like, yes, Hector from Elizabeth. I'm like, oh my gosh. Hector, when was your first year?
We were trying to figure that out. I think it was 2014.
You did say 2014?
I think 2014. Huh? 16? 1 year before me. No, I did 1 year.
Oh, you were
Steve Friedman resigned.
So we may be
1
off.
year.
We may be off by 1 year on your
So
plaque.
he did 1 year, and then I ran, and I didn't win the election that year, and then I ran, and then I won 3 terms, I think it is.
So you have been our longest serving right now, 9 years of continuous service, plus the one moment. And one of the things that I think has been really powerful is bringing the educator perspective. What you as a community don't see are when we are in committee meetings or when we're in meetings of the whole, where we have, usually that's when we're talking about personnel issues, when we're talking about negotiations, when we're talking about really critical measures. And Hector has always come from the perspective of being an educator and being a parent. Whether it's thinking through what we're doing in our athletic policies and being very clear about making the right decisions to support our student athletes, or being very clear about making sure that we're providing the right place for teachers to grow and thrive. You have been a constant mechanism of feedback that has been supportive and thoughtful, and at the same time, ensuring that we hear all parts of the issue and that all views are equally represented. So much like I said with Paula, we now can say we've been through a pandemic, natural disaster, a few other things along the way, some massive policy changes, huge shifts in curricula, and I am grateful that you were here as a partner in that work.
Thank you.
And especially because you sat next to me for the past, I think, 2 years, 3 years. So always good to have you as an elbow partner too, to get a smile or a, we're gonna make this, or hey, you need to come back to it. So thank you for being that voice. We are better for having you as a member of this board. Thank you. to do plaques at the end with pictures, but I want to make sure, I want to go through, and before we turn it over, if anybody else has any words that they would like to add.
Yeah, just very quickly, I promise. Paula, I think the saddest part about losing you is losing that confidant and like voice of reason that I very often lack when I am so emotionally charged about something, feeling passionate, and it's like, okay, I have to call Paula and just get like the very real the responsible, mom, like very calm, and that's why you're so good at your job, because you are the voice of reason, and you are a good friend, and I'm lucky to have been able to work with you so closely. And I'm going to miss seeing you on Mondays, but again, we live in a very small community, and we're also involved that it's just going to be a different method of seeing each other, just not here. So I adore you, and thank you for your service. Thank you for your leadership. Mr. Munoz, I'm not going to see you around as much because you're not in the parent circuit of current students. But again, you've been here the longest, and Christy and I joined in right behind you. So you are definitely part of the fabric, which we have as our board experience, and your friendship, the laughter, the serious talks. I feel like when Rachel said that, you always gave honest feedback, and I feel like that was so important because you wore so many hats, and, you had a supervisory hat from your role in Elizabeth, and the teacher role and the parent role in so many things where we've all had very emotional conversations about being parents and going through the challenges that all of our parents in Springfield have gone through. And we have, it really helps us to guide and inform Rachel best because we've all been there in different ways. So thank you. And
Thank you.
We will miss you. I will miss you so much.
Do you want to go before?
I don't want to say anything. I always sound like food.
Well, I feel like Laura always, next time I'm grabbing the microphone before Laura goes, because she always steals my words.
You were the voice of reason. That was on my notes. The balance. I feel like you were always the even keel. Whenever I was ready to explode, you just have this way of calming things down and letting people, both of you actually, like the ears. You're just such good listeners, and that always provided, feedback in a way where you helped me think of other scenarios, or think, things, I don't know, outside of the box, instead of that one way. You always brought that insight, so that's going to be missed. And the hugs with your amazing smelling cologne. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, here, okay. Not even work. Should I just shout? There we go. No, wait, it's green. Yeah, but now it's not saying. I'm gonna shout this. So Hector and Paula, what I'm gonna say is, I've been friends with you guys even before we were on the board. Paula is my neighbor. I will see you constantly when my dog is barking at you. When you walk past my house. So I will absolutely see you guys often. But what I want to say is, I wish you were freedom. You're great. Your Monday nights back. As much as you've contributed over the years to the hard work that we do here. We also know, what, having that time back is just really nice, and enjoy it. You guys have earned it. You've done a lot for our community and our schools, and now you can go and rest and do your own thing.
Thank you.
You can go your own way.
So I think that on behalf of the entire Springfield community, it's important to recognize the amount of years and dedication and time you guys gave to the board. Up here we look like we got it together, but when you're part of this family, the work is not always easy. And sometimes we do really hard things, and sometimes we do really easy things, and sometimes we laugh, and sometimes we yell, and all in the interest of the kids and doing what's right for the community and for the benefit of the kids, so that we succeed where we want to get to. But I think having you guys as kind of stewards of the board in terms of being those senior members that have been here, when you get on the board, there's so much to learn, there's so much to digest and understand, and it really is a process. And I would say that all of us are still learning every day. It doesn't matter how many years you've been doing this, there's always something else to ask or learn. So your knowledge and your wisdom and the time and dedication that you guys have given to all of us, myself included, I couldn't have done it without you. I don't think the board could have done it without you. So we will really, really, really miss you, and hopefully, I mean, I know you're master, but maybe we'll see you on this side, because that comfort might still be there for us. So congratulations on doing an amazing job as being a part of this board. We really appreciate you so very much.
Thank you.
All right, so can you guys help us and just do a big round of applause for the incredible years of service? All right, and now for the excitement that you've all been waiting for, we are going to celebrate some of our incredible art. I am going to invite our principal, we're going to do principals and art teachers, and we're going to start with our youngest. That way, if we are at bedtime and those preschoolers need to get home, please know that you are welcome to stay. We are not asking, but if you need to get a kid home, we also understand. No judgment, judgment-free zone. All right, so we're going to start with Walton School. So I'm going to invite Dr. Ferretto and Ms. Huff up to join us. So I have to tell you, it's so exciting. I just kind of got a little chill. This is the first year we have preschool awardees from multiple schools. So historically, we only had preschool students from one school, and now we have preschool students in 3 elementary schools. So we get to honor 3 preschool students. Super exciting, right? But we're going to start in Novi School, so we're starting with Walton School. And I am, would you like me to announce names? I'm okay. Okay, so I'm going to be the announcer, and you guys get to do the presentation. So we are going to start with Anaj Vakil. Come on up. All right, so parents, do you want to come up and take a picture too? You can hand your camera if you want to Ms. Cadero. Sorry, Ms. Cadero is the amazing photographer. Congratulations. All right, from our kindergartners at Edward B. Walton, we're excited to introduce Benjamin Souza.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
One more. Next, we're really excited to congratulate one of our first grade awardees, Miss Kiara Shaw. Is she here? Oh, no. Thank you. Look at this. Can we take a picture with you? I have to say, as a first grader, she's already doing better than me. Her balance in big words.
Next, we're excited to honor Mr. Steven Rodrigo, another first grader. I see him. Next, we are moving on to our second grade artist, Ms. Willa Walters.
Okay, yeah.
Our next second grader that we get to honor is Mr. Henry Lang. Right, we'll check that to him. It is beautiful. If you want to see, we have a beautiful starry night. It looks like a starry night. That's pretty amazing, Miss Cobb. All right, and lastly, our first third grade from Edward B. Wall, since this is the first year we've got third grade there. This is the first time we have a third grade artist. And that is Miss Emily Marcone. Thank you so much for making it. We're really excited to introduce Mr. David Rennie, principal of James Caldwell School. I don't see her. Miss Meadows. All right. Our first, we have another preschooler. So excited to invite up Miss Solomaya Zabaloka.
Oh my God, the pose.
And now we're excited to recognize our kindergarten submission from James Caldwell, Mr. Jake Sakwasili. Thank you for ready to help me. This is here. Did you make it? All right, just show it out to everybody. We have a whole lot of really fabulous ideas. All right, and now we're excited to share our third grader, Ms. Winter Farrell. Come on up. And grade 4, Miss Audrey Bombardier.
No marriage.
Okay, so our 5th grade, oh my gosh, so fun. Congratulations to Mariam Muhammad. Mariam Muhammad. Our 5th. And now I'm excited. Okay. Now we are excited to introduce Mr. Tim Kelty, principal of the Thelma L. Sandmeyer School. Come on up, Mr. Kelty. All right, we're starting with preschool again, and our preschool submission is Miss Maya Amaro. Want to help her? Next, we are excited to recognize our kindergartner from Thelma Sandmeyer, Miss Sarah Umana. And next is our third grader, Thea Montanari. And our fourth grader from Belmont Sandmeyer, Anthony Costello.
Oh, Harper got up.
And finally, our fifth grader from Belmont Sandmeyer, Matthew Bird.
Wait a minute, you're missing one. Have you moved it? Okay. Nice.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Pelty. And we're really excited to move to our older kids. And I'm excited to welcome up Mr. Slate. Come on up. And we are doing this announcement. Ms. Metz has been an amazing art teacher serving as maternity leave, and today was her last day. So we wish her just a tremendous best of luck in the next part of her journey. We're very excited to welcome back Ms. I was about to say her Ms. Wilson. I was going to say her maiden name, but Ms. Wilson is going to be coming back. But we have some incredible art coming out of the school. So we will start with Ms. Myra Gupta, grade 6. Technical difficulty.
There's nothing like immersion. Yeah. Right. I mean, I can think of it because I never experienced it like that. You have no choice.
Is Myra here?
Yeah, it's survival.
Okay. It's beautiful. And next we have on 6th grade as well, Jaden from Isha. Did I get that right? Jaden? Is Jaden here? Oh my God, it's so cute. All right, congratulations. Next, with our 7th graders, we have Ms. Giovanna DeBarberi.
Oh, can we see?
It's gorgeous. Can you show it to us?
Really beautiful.
Wow.
The next seventh grader is Miss Emily Mallow. Specifically a digital print, I should say.
Oh, cool. What is this?
Very nice. We'll make her watch classes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Have old eyes.
And E3,
Oh,
we
I
have
love that.
another
That's curtains. Oh, I love that.
Should I see?
Oh, wow.
digital
You
print
get all your
by
smarts from your
Kira
mom.
Walker.
So pretty on her art. So this is digital art? Yeah.
Somebody just told me that you're designing your book cover too.
Oh, wow.
So
Faces.
It's like
Little faces on, I know. Little faces.
This is green class or something.
Can you show it to us as you walk
Kira,
by?
Kira, can
Show
you see
show
it?
it to us as you walk by.
Do like a little mark.
Can you
Very
see it?
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, wow.
and finally from FMG, we have Arlene Lynch from 8th grade.
Talent. Huh? They're- Yes, yeah, also they're very tall. They're all very tall.
They're very tall. We are not tall.
1% of the table.
Thank you so much, Mr. Slade, for your help and everybody, I should say, who's supporting the incredible work of the arts. And now, last but not least, we're gonna get to celebrate the incredible work that is happening at JDHS with Dr. Norman Francis and Ms. Mary Tarnacki, our incredible art teacher. All right. I'm going to announce this. Okay. All right. So first in 9th grade, we have Ms. Valerie Arias. Thank you. Is Mr. Hunter Raymond. Do you want to get
Really?
You want to take a picture of him first?
Next, we are excited to recognize a 10th grader, Gabriel Belmiro.
Yeah. I'm bored. It's boring. What are you doing? It's the small man. The small man in high school. Okay, with the big man. Overnight. I just keep calling Charlie my man child.
That's what I call us. With their little faces. You can still see their little faces.
Love you, mom.
That's so crazy.
Like, yeah. Okay. Oh, Charlie's a more connection or something. So she went.
And next, we are excited to introduce our second 10th grader, Riley Smith.
Sir. She did.
All right, and on to 11th grade. We are excited to welcome up Irene Rose. All right, next. Our next 11th grader, Jalen Waldron.
Yeah. The snow globe.
Our senior, we have 3 seniors that we get to celebrate this evening. The first is Christian Fernandez.
Oh, is it?
Is
it Christian?
Netta Kushner.
Is Barry a Christian? Nice.
Oh, there she is. And last, and certainly not least, thank goodness we got a senior that came out. We're really happy to see that. Miss Penelope Krieger.
You're the most well-rounded.
Stop.
Look at that. I love the colors. Beautiful.
I see 2 pictures with you and I didn't
Why isn't that so long fun?
Very nice. Thank you.
Very nice. I love it. It's all
celebration of our artists. If you have a moment, please say thank you to your arts teacher, to everybody, to this board for continuing to invest in arts education. Thank you for coming tonight. If you're not sticking around for all the exciting board business, we wish you happiest of holidays. And it was really a fabulous night to celebrate. Thank you guys. I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes to do their thing. And then we're going to board business. Yes?
It's all going down now. That's what you just said. Going down. Oh yeah, she was there. She was around. Maybe that's why she left, but she's culpable if she didn't say anything when she saw things or whatever. You know what you grew up?
It's not like that. It's just an alcohol.
Yes.
Right.
Gambler, but he has kids, and Jennifer Garner was like, perfect.
Yeah.
So,
You know.
just go back to her. I would marry her.
I would.
I know. I'm sorry. We can all marry her.
Oh, I'm not.
Well, the table's really good. Sorry. Okay.
Now I'm all exhausted. I'm so hungry. It took a lot. It took a lot out of us.
Oh my God, I'm gonna hear that song now. I love that song.
Me too.
So good.
And do you
I
like
love
look at
I
the
know,
words?
it's so
Yeah,
cool.
all I get to
It's so
see what
amazing.
they all her songs.
I'm like, so she like literally needs a word for Anya, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go dance at this club, and my mom's not asking me.
It's so great.
I
I love
was
her.
discussing it tonight at dinner. Well, my kids.
All her songs are so great.
She does. Her songs are just like they get you. Like, yeah, I like them.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Nope, you can have it.
I can't, actually, the business part of the superintendent
Oh.
report isn't done. We have one report that we need to do this evening, which is the business side of things. I'm gonna turn this over to Ms. Scudero to share the SSD, the annual 23-24 HIB report card and SSDS report. For those that are not able to, we don't have a projection of it. It will be on our website as is required by law, so it will be posted once it is submitted to the state. Ms. Scudero?
We have the HIV trainings and programs summary report, which is for 2023-2024 school year. So the reporting period, the first period is from July through December. So I'm going to read the reporting period, sorry for the late, tired eyes. The reporting period is a total for the district, so it's district-wide for training is 16, and the programs that were presented were 38 district-wide. And again, that was from July. And 34 programs from January to June. Trainings for the district were 17, bringing the total to 17 trainings and 72 programs district-wide. That's for 2023. Then the student data system collects incidents of violence, vandalism, substance, weapons, confirmed HIV. So the SSD data is for the 2023-24 school year, period 2. So for violence, the total was 6. Vandalism was 1, substance was 7, weapons was 0, HIV confirmed was 2, other incidents leading to removal were 11, and HIV alleged was 17. Again, this is district-wide for the 23-24 reporting period 2. The data will be posted on our website with the contact for any further questions or concerns regarding both of those numbers.
Thank you, Ms. Scudero, and thank you for your incredible photography skills this evening, for my patience. Thanks. And this concludes the superintendent's report. I do this looking once again at Paul and Hector and feeling deep gratitude for having you at this table with me over the last over 4 years, like 4.5 years now. So thank you. I'll miss you. I move this moved by Mrs. Emery and seconded by Mr. Munoz. We're doing a good bit. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Moving on to public session on agenda items. This policy is clear that inappropriate comments regarding specific individuals should not be made during public portion of this meeting. Members of the public should be advised to the extent we contain any employee of this district or member of this community. The board disclaims any liability involved in civil suit or defamation. As a reminder, all the board's policies and regulations related to public participation in board meetings shall be in effect, including but not limited to the providing officer's ability to limit communication made by participants with reading and declaration. Does anybody want to join us for the public? Okay, moving on. Mrs. Saha, one final time, call for governance.
Well, thank you. I will call items 1 through 11.
Moved by Mrs. Saha, seconded by Mrs. Morgan. Ms. House, will you call the roll?
Vice President Cameron.
Yes.
Mr. Munoz.
Yes.
Mrs. Rubin. Yes. Mrs. Saha.
Yes.
Mrs. Silva.
Yes.
Mrs. Turnbull.
Yes.
And President Murphy.
Yes, motion passes. Who's on finance? Mrs. Turnbull?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I just wanted to note that on tonight's governance policy and communications, we have the retirement of Ms. Stephanie Carlson. She has been an incredible team member and has shared her love of English with our students for many years. And we know that that this is has been difficult, and we want to make sure that she knows that our prayers are with her and our gratitude for all the work in our schools and our students. So,
Thank you. Mrs. Turnbull, all finance, please. Oh, sorry, I was so. Mrs. Turnbull?
I move items 12 and 13 in table.
Moved by Mrs. Cameron, seconded by Mrs. Turnbull. Ms. House, will you call the roll?
Vice President Cameron.
Yes.
Mr. Munoz.
Yes.
Mrs. Rubin. Yes. Mrs. Saha.
Yes.
Mrs. Silva.
Yes.
Mrs. Turnbull.
Yes.
And President Murphy.
Yes, motion passes. Okay, Mrs. Turnbull.
Move items 14 to 18 with roll call vote.
Moved by Mrs. Turnbull, seconded by Mr. Munoz. Ms. House, will you call the roll?
Vice President Cameron.
Yes.
Mr. Munoz.
Yes.
Mrs. Rubin. Yes. Mrs. Saha.
Yes.
Mrs. Silva.
Yes.
Mrs. Turnbull.
Yes.
And President Murphy.
Yes, motion passes. Okay, open public session, seeing rules apply, we just start that. Is anybody would like to join us for open public session? As a reminder, give us a name, address. Anyone? Maybe David?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
One of the ones that we like. One of the ones working.
Good? Yeah. Great Point 54, Super Road. Right?
That is.
It's probably sent an email, but I read it, so I'll say, is it working? You just got a great phone. So also like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Response. I probably sent an email, but I read it, and I'm here, so I'll share it. But looking at things that our high school could compete in, that's low cost and become an annual thing. The Federal Reserve published, that they do an annual competition, a 3 to 5 page research paper, and they put out a topic with guidelines. Doesn't need to be well researched from an economic standpoint, it just needs to be critical thinking. So we don't need to have an economics program to be able to participate. You just need 3 to 8 students to form a team. And we give you a rubric, you need a teacher, right, to oversee them and submit it. Each school gets to submit one paper. And this year is economic food is their topic, which is kind of important today with food inflation. I'm sure that they're looking at for kids that critically think about that. And I just thought that would be stuff that we could add in. I know when I was a kid, we had a lot of things at the science fair, the Intel competitions, teaming up with outside advisors. And just from hearing a lot of the things that go on here, it seems like it's something we could add more to the mix with our programs in high school. I'll send it out as an email. You guys can take a look, but it's pretty much free, except I guess we have to afford the stipend for the teacher who oversees it. But other than that, great. I wasn't sure if we had a VP economics.
we do, yeah, I was about to say, it would be actually really neat, you can certainly send it to me, please, and then I'll forward it to, you can send it to me and copy Ms. Scudero, because I'm gonna send it to Ms. Scudero and Dr. Francis. We'll also share it with our supervisors to make sure it fits in our, but whether, I mean, I think it anytime I would say this to anybody in the community, please support us. In fact, I just got an email from, from Heather, Heather at the Daughters of the American Revolution, who helped with every ceremony, who are offering books. So whenever we get community members reach out, we try to share it. So please send that. I'm totally all about academic competition. Thank you so much for your
Okay, anybody else? Okay, new business. Oh, the play, yes, let's talk about the play. The play is this weekend, December, Friday night, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. Movie starts, supposed to be amazing. Kids are working really hard, so usually 2 hours success. That's all. Yeah. Oh.
I didn't want to but, thank you so much to all of you for attending the set. And, I don't know, I just know about the process of all this, but it's been an incredible experience, to be on this board, and I've grown so much, and I've met amazing people, and, I'm quite proud of a lot of the things that we've accomplished. And I want to thank you, Dr. Goldberg, because you've been a wonderful partner in doing some things in school district, but I really, look forward to seeing the things that are planned to go next 2 years. I wanted to say, I think I might stay on this at some other point, because someone wants talking about it, but, when I, was elected to the Board of Ed, what was amazing, it was amazing that people would come out and vote for me, like people I didn't know, all these people. And it was incredible to think about, and I think at the time I wrote something like, thank you, where I put something along the lines of, sometimes you manage to like build a community and you don't even know it. And it really was an incredible feeling. And I would just really urge anyone who's listening up there to remember that the people up here are your neighbors, and that they are people that do this, they volunteer, and that they do read the Facebook boards, and they do know what you're saying. And if you know someone, please reach out and talk to them. It's just, we're so lucky that we had great candidates. 3 new people coming on this board, and, vote for them because they're your neighbor, or you believe it has something to do, don't forget, there's still that person that they're on the board. And, I hope that we can always all remember that, because everybody who's up here comes up here with the best of intentions and reasons, and just want to do right. This is not a stepping stone to anything. I didn't know that sounded quite as bad as it did. But no one's using this as a stepping stone. It's not a field trip. These are all people up here who want to do the best they can for their community. And so please just remember that, moving forward. We're not always going to agree on everything. Everybody doesn't always have all the same information. And sometimes that's just the way it has to be. But I hope you do remember that the reason, those are your neighbors, and the people you care about, and the said things that resonated with you, and that stays the same once you get up there. No one's looking to be any kind of superstar. We're just all here to do the best we can for our community. So, I would do that. Thank you so much.
Okay. Whatever.
So I've been going to the Union County Special Services Commission for the last few years, and I just wanted to bring to the board's attention in the community that the venture agreement to purchase a huge piece of property, a building next to the existing location on, 54 Cardinal Drive. It's like a 52,000 square foot 3-story building. So I just wanted to bring everybody aware of this, and the intent is to eventually do away with some of the locations that they are currently renting in the next few years. So, pretty big purchase, $7.5 million. So it's huge. I thought I'd bring that to the attention of the community, and I can't speak on like all of this. So have a little. It is with bittersweet feelings I say farewell to the Springfield Board of Ed. 15 years ago, my wife and I moved to Springfield in search of a better school district for our boys. Since then, our boys have graduated, and as Paula said, you know, community members come out. I feel it's time for other parents and members of our community to become involved and ensure our schools continue to move in the right direction for the benefit of our children. I ran for board of ed with the encouragement and support of many parents in my community or in our community, with the hope of bringing positive change and more open-minded ideas to the Springfield schools. I've served overall 10 years as a member of the board of ed, and since then we've had many board members come and go as we work towards more ideas and positive changes we strive to accomplish. There have been significant advances, new media centers at Dayton and FMG, new football field at FMG while I was here, new dance classrooms, new quality arts rooms, new TV studios, $40 million project that will help us update the infrastructure of our schools. A new superintendent in the first place, new position was faced with managing the district of one of the biggest pandemics in the history of our country. We entrusted Dr. Goldberg with taking us further towards our goals of progress for our students. We also hired an awesome school business administrator and the restructuring of many academic or schools and administrators. Dr. Goldberg, thank you for your open-mindedness and your willingness to work with the Board of Education. Really appreciate it. Although I never served as Board of Ed president, I thank those Board of Ed presidents who confided and reached out to me over the past few years for my opinion and my guidance. I thank you. To the tenured board members, I wish you luck as you continue this task, and I ask that you always remember what it felt like when you were a novice board member. Always working with the new people and always keep them in the loop. These 10 years were a true learning experience and gave me the opportunity to meet and work with many great people within the community. I thank the many educators who have had an everlasting influence on our students. Dr. Black, Mr. Campbell, Mr. Abate, Mr. Iacone, Mr. Cooper, Mr. White, Mrs. Salmon, Mrs. Cassiano, Ms. Bowman, Ms. Cariani, and Ms. Gill. Thank you. Being a board of ed member, to me, grants me or afforded me the opportunity to hand my voice to high school football.
That's an honor to always have. Sorry. It was a special moment that I'll cherish forever. To the township of Springfield community, thank you, and thank you for your support over the years and trusting in me. Thank you.
Business. Okay, and, a motion. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Munoz, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll see you January 6th, and happy holidays.
You're on the board now.